Hi everyone, welcome to Skimmer Outdoors. Today's video is about how versatile 25 horsepower tractors really can be. This is a Yanmar 324, which is a diesel 25 horsepower tractor with four-wheel drive and rear PTO and mid PTO. And I am going to do a full review on the Yanmar, but today I just wanted to talk about how versatile. So whether you have a Yanmar, a John Deere, or a Kubota, or whatever you got, you know, a lot of these companies are making a pretty good product. Anyway, so yeah, so these are really versatile tractors. What I got with this tractor was the loader, the bucket, and now I have a box blade, landscape rake, and a brush cutter that off the 3-point, and then, well, the brush cutter would be off, you'd be using the rear PTO as well. But anyway, those implements attached to the 3-point. I've always left this bucket on just because I use it for all kinds of stuff. And just to give an example of, even for example, like the loader. I use the loader for firewood. You know, when I'm cutting and splitting firewood, I'm splitting into the bucket, drive it over, dump it in the pile. Like right now, I'm filling the woodshed, so I'll drive over, fill the bucket, drive over the woodshed, and start stacking. It just saves you back. It really does make a difference. I've done a lot of work on the property with gravel. This whole piece of property, this whole area down here, is all sagebrush. It's flat with sage, so I had to get rid of sage. Which I use the box blade and the scarifiers that you can attach or detach, and using the bucket to scoop up gravel, put it where I want, and then the way I was doing it mostly was back blading it. Anyway, so I always just leave it on because I'm always using it for something. And so again, great tractor. In my opinion, I am going to do a review on that, not right now. I just want to show you guys some of the implements that I have, as well as I just took off the landscape rake, and I'm going to pick up the box blade, bring it in the shop, and put that on, because I'm going to be using that this week. I've got 20 yards of gravel coming. I kind of just chip away by a little at a time, and so anyway, I've got 20 yards coming, so obviously I'm going to be using the bucket, and I've got to use the box blade to, I use that as well, so, because you can grade with that if you want to. So, I'm going to fire up the tractor and drive over and pick up the box blade. Oh, and the other little thing that I like to do is, just because a lot of these implements are pretty heavy, is I rig up a setup for each one. So like right now, when I go out and get ready to pick up this box blade, I've got a little setup, and I'll just hook it on my hook here that's on my bucket, and then I'll lift up the implement, bring it in the shop, and then go from there. So all right, I'm gonna fire this up and let's go get a box blade. good luck with counting line, well, and with this wood box blade. I don't have the scarifiers on the box blade in right now, but I will be soon. But anyway, so this is what I have right now for implements, and again, I'm going to need this box blade because I've got a little more sage to clear, sagebrush. I've mowed out this sagebrush down here, and some of it I've got to now. I'll use the box blade. I'll use the brush cutter to mow it down, get it the way where it is. Then I'll put the box blade on with the scarifiers, and then clear that right out. And then I'll top dress it with gravel. So not this whole area right here, but I've got to go back out about another 6 or 8 feet on this side. Anyway, so let's pick up the box blade, and we'll bring it in the shop. I'm going to put it on the 3-point, and that'll wrap up this video. Hopefully I'm lined up close enough. I know some people have the quick attach system on their 3-point. I do not. So it just takes me a little longer. Okay, so the way that I do it, I don't think there's many different ways to do it, but I usually like to hook up the bottom first and then the top link. And you just get these turnbuckles loose, that way you can swing this out wider. Now I'm gonna have to probably drop these down a little bit more, but and again it takes me a little longer because I don't have the fancy system. So you hook this one on, and then it stays on with this pin. So that one's on. Now let's go over and get the other side. Okay, we got the bottom hooked up now, and now we gotta do the top link. So I'm gonna have to adjust this out. All these implements are obviously a little different, so some of them you'll have to adjust the top link so you can line up the holes here to put the pin in. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright. Come on. Almost there. Alright, that's about pretty close. Alright, so I'm gonna grab my pen. Get that lined up. There we go. So now this is attached, and depending on what you're doing with this, right now it's kind of level somewhat, but you can adjust. You can adjust this so, like, if you wanted to dig deeper, you can put more of an angle on it, whatnot. But I'm not going into that right now. So I just wanted to show you. It's not that hard putting on an implement. I mean, this is fairly heavy, and I don't know, maybe it took me less than 5 minutes. So I'm going to try this week to do a full review on this. I'm actually coming up on 200 hours on the Yanmar, which will be some general maintenance, oil change, filter, and grease, and some other stuff. But that's it for today's episode of Skimmer Outdoors. Hope everybody's having a good day, and if you got a tractor, get on it and have some fun.